And good night to everyone and good evening. The day today is the 7th of January 2026. I want to tell you an amazing story, something very unique that never happened in another place than in Greek land. When the first Ottomans started to occupy the Balkan and Greece in the year of 1347, basically, the first Ottoman Muslims started to pray backwards towards the direction of Mecca. But when the Greeks saw them praying towards Mecca, they thought that they are praying their own goddess of Aphrodite. Why? Because in Paphos, Cyprus, backward from Atuna and Saloniki, was the head, a stone of Aphrodite, the goddess, that they believed that her head fell from the sky, and then it became a big stone in Paphos in Cyprus. So basically they were worshipping this stone in the same way that the Muslims were worshipping the Hajar al-Aswad, the black stone, were in Mecca. So basically they believe that they are trying to steal their own gods and idols. Also, there was another goddess in the land of Anatolia, which was basically Greek, before the Turkish Muslim people started to occupy it, and it was a mountain goddess that her name was Qibli, exactly like the Qibla direction towards the Kaaba of Mecca. So basically, when the Muslims, the Ottomans, were saying that they are praying towards Mecca, to the direction of the Qibla, they thought that they were praying to Qibli, the Greek goddess. And another crazy thing, also, they were doing it especially in big events and with a lot of crowd at Friday. It was basically the holiday of the same goddess that they thought that they are worshipping. That it was the day of Aphrodite. Venerdì in Latin means Friday, and it's named on the goddess of Aphrodite. That's why its name is Venerdì, on Friday. So basically it was also in Friday, so they thought that they are going to steal the holiday of Aphrodite. They are praying to her, and also they are stealing the holiday of Aphrodite, because they were praying and gathering together in mosques, especially at Friday, that it's the Muslims' important day, like the Jews as the Shabbat, and as the Christian as Sunday. Also, another crazy thing, they were totally sure that Muhammad was another version of Jesus Christ, because Jesus basically preached to people. He told them this is allowed, this is not allowed, and basically they thought that Muhammad was another version of Jesus. So they thought that they were totally sure that they wanted to even steal Christianity, because back in the days, 700 and 800 years ago, they were already Christians. So they thought that Muhammad came to take the place of Jesus. But why did all of this had been occurred? Why did it happen? Why did the Greeks had this severe trauma from the Muslims when they started to occupy Greece? I mean the Ottoman Turks. Why? The reason is that their first trauma was when the Romans came and occupied their land. They also stole their idols. Zeus, the Greek goddess, became Jupiter. They also had a temple that was specific, that had a specific worship to Jupiter, and then they made a new Roman religion that was a copy-paste of Greek Hellenism. Then they took Juno, they made them into Cupidon. They took Aphrodite, made her to be Venus. Atuna became Minerva. And basically they copy-paste the religion, and they created from their religion another religion. So basically they thought that they are trying to steal their religion with the Qibli goddess in in Minor Asia with the big headstone of Aphrodite in Cyprus, Greece, with Venerdi, which is Friday, Yom el-Juma of the Arabs. They thought that they are going to steal their holiday. So that was basically why it was so traumatizing for them, that for the second time they totally believed that they are going to steal the religion, to steal their identity. But the truth is that they really stole a lot. I mean, every place that you are throwing a stone in Anatolia, which is basically nowadays Turkey, you see a Greek name like Istanbul, means instant police. The Mosque of Hagia Sophia is called on Saint Sophia, which is basically the most saint and important figure in Orthodox Christianity. It was the birthplace also when the Russian pro-Slavic religious identity was born. That was the place that Oleg and Olga swear to decide to adopt Christianity as a state religion. So that's why they wanted to occupy this place for several times in history. So that's what is so crazy about the idea that every place that you throw a stone in Turkey nowadays has Greek roots, has Greek history. Also, Anatolia was belonged to the Phrygic people that were worshipping Kybli, the goddess of the mountain. And you see that basically this idea is very confusing for the Greek and the Orthodox people. Also, churches became mosques, not just in Hagia Sophia in Turkey nowadays, but also in Greek and also in the Balkans, until the Ottoman Empire had fallen down. Okay, thank you very much everyone for listening, and I hope that you had learned something from this great reveal. And let's see you in the next videos. Thank you very much.